Mike, are we live? Are we live? Can you guys hear me? Hello. Hello, can you guys hear me? Let's make sure you guys can hear me. I need somebody to say that you guys can hear me. Okay, perfect. All right. Um, all right. Let's get started. Right. So right now, since I'm actually on my way to move out and stuff like that, so I'm gonna have a few days off. Um, so because of that, you guys can see I'm actually cleaning my room behind me. So because I'm gonna have a lot of free time, which I hate a lot of free time, fucking hate free time. So I'm gonna be offering coaching sessions at a lower price if you guys are interested. And it's because of the time I'm gonna have. It's I can't really do any stable reading or work. Fuck trucks talking so loud. So if you guys are interested in it, I'm actually gonna have $50 15-minute sessions, which is usually 100, but it's going down to $50 right now. So if you guys are interested in it, yeah, if you guys are interested in it, check it out. It's that's gonna be dope. So people, if you guys have a problem, a quick problem, or even you guys want to say hi to me and stuff like that, you guys could definitely get coached from me with that. And also, check out my course, Mindful Attraction, the psychological game of attraction, if you guys are interested in it. Okay. Anyways, let's get started. So how do you make a man invest in you, right? This is the thing, all right? And I'm studying this for my own self because I'm noticing I'm not getting some results that I want in my dating life. And that's okay. That's how we learn, right? And so I'm starting to notice what I'm doing wrong. And I found something extremely key that I'm missing in my interactions, all right? And so you guys are going to go into my own head and how you guys can use this. Usually when you go into an interaction, you feel who's the buyer and who's the seller. Usually usually you're one of them. You're either the buyer or the seller. But whenever you're in front of a man that you like, because you like the guy, you usually become the buyer. No, you usually become the one who is chasing, exactly, the buying, right? I believe that, right? Yeah, the one who's doing the chasing, because you believe he's about high value. And so a lot of women, what I notice, especially when women really like me, is that they make it very easy on me, right? So when you become easy to a guy, you don't allow a guy to create an emotional connection. Nothing that is easy is relatable. If something's too easy, you cannot have an emotional connection with it. Something has to be challenging in order for your brain to isolate it so that it can focus on it and overcome it. So when you're not a challenge from the start in the right way, you automatically feel that you're the one who's chasing. You see, and that has been happening to me, where I've been feeling like I'm the one who's chasing. And so what we all have to do right now is change our mentality at a fundamental level. And you got to change how you see dating. So I'm gonna show you some tactics on how to change that perception. And also, I'm gonna show you some ways to do it in a conversation that puts you in the power from the start, right? I wrote some notes for this. Okay. So the most important thing you have to get when it comes to becoming someone who gets a guy's attention is knowing the difference between being value and being a threat. Okay. The most important thing, you got to get a guy to focus on you. But whenever you are neither a value or a threat, guys will not focus on you because you're not any different. So you got to have some relevance in a guy's life. So you give a reaction to things that are either perceived as being value or threat. That usually happens. We only react to things that are either of value or of threat to us. You will pay attention to these things. Both these things have meaning to us and evoke emotion, right? So, but when you're too neutral, when you're too nice, you don't pose either value or threat. You're harmless. You see, you're a harmless creature. So you're not gonna be something of value. For example, in caveman days, something like food had value to us. So we focused on that. A predator was a threat. So we also focused on that. They both had meaning to us. They're relevant to us. You see? So what you have to do then is learn how to do one of these following things. Okay? One, give code reads from the beginning, right? So you want to become either value or a threat. or a threat. Information about us is of relevance to us because it's by its nature a threat or valuable to us. You see, information about us by its nature, it could be a threat, threatening, or valuable, right? If we can understand how the world perceives us, we can utilize that information to either have more success or avoid failure, right? So that's the first thing about them, giving them insight about them, right? So for example, like it's like saying, you know what I noticed about you that's so interesting? Like, you know what you know what I noticed about you that's so interesting? And letting that pause. You're like, yeah, what's up? What's going on? And never mind. Anyway, so what you been up to? And changing the topic, making them say, hey, tell me, what's interesting about me? What's interesting about me? Now they're chasing. See, what's interesting about me? Now there's emotions towards you. Now you have some relevance. Hey, tell me. You see? Instantly makes you have more value because they want to know, even if they don't like you or don't know you yet. The fact that it's about them causes there to be value. You see, just because it's about them causes you to have more value instantly, right? Another thing you can do is playing roles, like teaching them something or stuff like that. But that's something that it's much better to give cold reads from the beginning, right? Now, how to be a threat, which is my favorite part. Okay, fuck being the value part. Let's be a threat. I like being a threat. And something that you can say is, like, for example, like saying I hate you, or me and you will never get along, or you're not, you don't seem boyfriend material. I should go right now, and go and pushing him away, right? Playfully pushing him away, right? Because you become a threat to their ego when you do this. You become a threat to their self-esteem, their social perception. So that's also how you make them invest more in you in the interaction, by pushing them away. You see what I'm saying? Like saying, oh my God, Jesus Christ, it's a little late. I gotta go right now. You going, what? For real? You really believe that? Like saying, like threatening their belief system. Like, really, you really believe that? You know, or let's say they're saying something, you could become a threat by your facial reactions, right? I actually teach this in my course, The Psychological Game of Attraction. For example, he's talking to you. He's like, I have a big dick, blah, 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 blah. I have a nice personality. And while you're listening to him, you're like, what? Like, you give him, like, for example, he'll be like, I love ramen noodle soup, and that's your reaction. And, and I really hate, and I really like the Lexus for mindfulattraction.org. Like, you give him, like, and in his mind, he's like, what am I saying wrong? What am I saying wrong? What the fuck am I saying wrong? Like, why is she mad? Like that, while he's talking to you, you're going to be giving him, like, some, like, looks to you, some sort of reaction. Like, and what's going to happen emotionally, he's going to be like, oh, fuck, let me get that good reaction. Let me change what I'm saying to get a good reaction. I don't have a big dick. I have a normal dick. Oh, interesting. Yeah. And so you're making him think about his value while he's talking to you. Let me see. What's another way that you can make a guy invest? Let me see. So you got that. For example, another way is like complimenting him, right? For example, like saying you're actually kind of smart. Like, you're actually kind of smart, or or be like giving him a look like you're actually really cute. Anyways, change the topic. You're actually kind of cute. Change the topic, right? You say you're actually kind of cute, or you're actually really smart. You change the topic, right? Your actually part is like, what the fuck you mean by actually? And then you change the topic. Why? Because you want him to feel that, what the fuck she meant? And then now you're changing the topic. Now there's a new threat. Now, not a threat, but like a thread of conversation. Now he has to linger with that emotion unconsciously while he consciously talks to you. See what I'm saying? So you're threatening his self-esteem because you're lowering there, but you're not giving him any time to react to that, right? Yeah. Let me see. So once you get their attention, do something that's either a value or a threat, like I said, right? Immediately when you get the guy's attention, make a push-pull statement about him, right? For example, let's say you meet a guy for the first time, right? Nah, let me not talk about that. No, let's talk about that. Anyways, change the topic. Let me see. What? Okay, for example, you could say, like, let's say you meet him for the first time, right? immediately you want to make something that's push-pull. Immediately. For example, like saying, hey, nice to meet you. Hey, nice to meet you. Or like, oh man, look at you. You know, you're like, oh, you really are as cute as you look at your photo, man. You know, oh man, I could tell there's gonna be trouble. Like, and I could tell this might not work out. Like saying anything that says like I could tell this might not work out from the beginning. Like say, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Oh my god, I could tell this might not work out, man. Me and you already, I really could sense like when you could never get along. Anyways, what are you up to? You just came from work and stuff like that, and then you change the topic, right? So you make a strong statement, you push with a statement, and then you change the topic. You see what I'm saying? Like saying, let me see, yeah, stuff like that. I know I haven't made that Elmo voice in a while. Another thing that you can say to create that is, you know what? ... You see, so for example, you know what? Nah, that's not actually that good. I'm trying to look because I've been writing some stuff down for you guys, and let me see. Sorry about that. Okay, so another way is during the conversation, during the interaction with a guy, right? Let's say you're on a date with him, right? One of the best things to do is saying, you know, you could go if you want. Like saying, like, for example, me and you are talking, right? Literally, that's me and you are talking, right? We're like, look, for example, me and you, see, I don't like to force people, you know, like, and you know, a lot of people, when they're talking to people, they sort of feel obligated to stay. Even in on date, like me and you, for example, like you can leave if you want. Like you could leave if you want, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not being forcible. You could if you want. And the reason why that is because I believe that if somebody really likes you, they'll stay. You know what I'm saying? Change the topic, right? You literally told them you can leave if you want. Trust me, guys will feel that threat. They're like, what the fuck? This bitch is telling me to go. Like they're gonna feel that you pushed them away. Like you could leave if you want. Like it even becomes like a statement to a point. Like you can leave if you want, you know, but you don't. Because of this, because of that, you see, and so you in his mind, if you created some investment in him, he's gonna feel that initial like almost like a resistance inside of him when you say that to him. Let me see. So let's say you want to take a guy home, right, and you don't want to seem slutty, right? Let's say you're talking to him and you want something and you want to escalate in one way, like go alone with him, like go to another bar with them, or even take him home. You can say this: I'm down to take I'm down to go back home and smoke some weed as long as you ... For example, as long as you I'm down to hang out tomorrow as long as you ... As long as you stop saying those lame jokes, I'm down to hang out. No, I'm not saying that about that. That's not cool. That's not cool. As long as you promise, to behave, I'm down to hang out tomorrow. As long as you don't talk so fucking loud like you did today, I'm down to hang out tomorrow. Or as long as you promise not to embarrass me, I'm down to hang out tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? Because in his mind, it's you're inviting him to hang out, but he's gonna feel that that you have some standards there. You see what I'm saying? Like standards and stuff like that. Anyways, let's see. I'm just giving you guys some random tips and tricks. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, this is the thing with me right now. Okay, and hopefully I'm deeply into the video to the point that if somebody watches this, they would have not been watching this no more, right? So this is like the real shit for those who are still here, right? So my problem right now that I'm having is that I'm meeting a lot of women, right? I meet a lot of women, and I can decently sleep with maybe 2 or 3 girls a week and stuff like that. The problem that I'm having is that they're not staying. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that one bit. And I started to notice that. I'm noticing that I could get new girls. The problem is making them stay. You see what I'm saying? And so if I don't have nothing to show for, am I really successful? Am I really being successful the way I want to be successful? You see, I have high standards when it comes to this. And what I'm noticing is that I'm doing a lot of the chasing. And the reason why I'm doing a lot of the chasing is not because I'm afraid to lose them. Part of it is, but because I have a bunch. I know there's going to be another girl, so I don't mind burning that bridge. But that's not smart. That's not the smart way of game. That's not the smart way to do it. And so initially, even from the start of the date, I'm already settling that I'm gonna have sex with her. And it usually does happen. But the problem is this, is that I'm only communicating that I'm a guy who just wants sex. And some girls will take that and will actually agree with you and have sex, but you're only that guy that I have sex once. You see what I'm saying? And so what I'm planning to do is change my mentality completely from that. Completely change my mentality, because that's very short-lived and very short-term thinking. And you're always going to be on that chase. That's my rationalization, right? So what I want to do is be a little bit more strict right now. I'm going to be a little bit more strict and almost have a mentality of, I don't know who you are. I'm looking, for example, these are some of the things I wrote down. And it's always good to write these kind of things down. You got to have 5 things that you want in somebody that's not physical. One, I'm going to share with you guys. All right, so you guys can learn from me, right? One, a girl who's bi. I don't like girls who are too straight, to be perfectly honest with you. A girl who's not shy about sex. That's another thing. A girl who is passionate and has passions. A girl who is adventurous and is not too scared of doing random things, right? And a girl who has friends, a girl who has her own life, a girl who have an interesting life, right? And so these things I'm actually going to actively look for. For example, literally even ask girls, hey, look, are you, because the thing is that the truth is that I blend better with girls who are into other girls, because it's an obvious interest that we have. You see what I'm saying? Rather than forcing a girl to do it, it's like it makes sense to get a girl who's into the things you're into. I mean, it just makes logical sense. And it also makes sense to screen a girl for that. I mean, it makes logical sense. And if a girl feels that she's being screened out by a guy, whether or not they like girls, and she gets mad about it, I mean, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell do you expect? Like, that's how things should be. We should be screening each other, right? Because then that's how you end up with the relationship you want. So by instantly having that screen in my head and that filter that I'm actively looking for, she's going to sense that I'm looking for something. And also she's going to sense where she is on my scale. For example, I'm going to really be asking her by telling her stories. For example, saying like, I love girls who are into other girls. I just think that's hot. It's actually, my ex was actually, she was actually lesbian, but somehow she's straight with me. I don't know how that is. And for some reason, I actually made her more attractive. I don't understand why. That just did. That just became one of my fascinations. And so stuff like that, you say through storytelling, and you're slowly conveying to her what you like, and then you ask her, "Are you into girls? By the way, are you into girls? Or I'm not into guys. I'll go first. I'm not into guys, right? You see that? You say that, but then if you feel like there's pressure, you say yourself first. You say, "I'm not into guys. Are you into girls?" See, you start with yourself first, because first people want to see you jump in the pool first. If they initially feel a little too scared to answer that question, right? And so having those standards will automatically make the girl feel whether or not make the girl feel that she won you over. You see what I'm saying? And so that's my thing, is qualification. I'm gonna focus a lot on qualification and even working on that vibe, because the truth is that not every girl's for me. That's the truth. And so it's much better. The thing is that there are girls that are for me, but because of my mentality of I just want to have sex with a girl, I don't show her that she's the one for me, because by her being merely a girl makes her the one for me. If that makes any sense, right? A girl wants to feel like she won you over because of her unique characteristics. And so if you don't have those predisposed standards that you consistently looking over as you getting to know her, she's not going to sense that. And she's not going to get that pride from you getting to like her through her unique traits that you actively look for in people. You see? Exactly. Yeah. So that's one thing. So you ask questions. So do you like other girls? And even if she says, and you know what's crazy? You know what's fucking crazy, right? If she says no, and that's something I'm actually looking for. She says no, I don't like other girls. I'm gonna honestly, genuinely have a negative response to that. But you know what's funny? Is that girls, if they sense that you were disappointed, you know what girls will say? But I'm willing to experiment. If you do this correctly, a girl would say, but I'm willing to experiment. You know, like I'm willing to try. You see? it's one of the funny things, right? Or another example, right? Putting obstacles in it. This is something that I preach, but I haven't been applying. For example, putting obstacles, right? Let's say I meet a girl and she's in Manhattan and I'm in Brooklyn. I meet her on Tinder, right? And we're like 6 miles away, right? And she's, where are you? I'm in Brooklyn. And she says, I'm in Manhattan. What would guys, most guys would say? Oh my God, let's meet up. Something that I would say. If you're screening her and you're actively pushing her away and being playful, what will not come from that is what? Damn, we're far away. I don't think this is going to work out. You're obviously not far away, but you're making it an obstacle. You're making her say, hey, we're not far. You're making her invest. Hey, we're not far. We could take this. We could do that. We could do this. We could do that. See what I'm saying? You're saying the obvious. Or let's say she's Dominican and I'm Puerto Rican. She says, I'm Dominican. Oh my God, we're Dominican. I don't think we're gonna get along. You know how Dominicans and Puerto Ricans are. I don't think a couple like that will ever work out. What are you talking about? A couple like that always works out. We're always good. You know, we can make some Dominican kids and stuff like that. Like you create an obstacle and then you make the other person convince you that it's not an obstacle. For example, like saying like a guy who says I work a lot. You say he says, oh, you work a lot. Oh, I don't think it's gonna work out, man. I require a lot of attention. I'm high maintenance. You know, you're gonna be working all the time. We're never gonna hang out. He's gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry. A post wake and bake video. You might be right. So yeah, and so when you say that, you make the other person invest. You see what I'm saying? Look, man, this is the real shit that I'm telling you, right? This is the real shit. This shit is the creme of the creme. This is the qualifying. Learning how to qualify and disqualify yourself is the most powerful thing you could do on a guy. I mean, I don't understand why I don't teach it that much. And this is why I always say that I learn from my own experiences, because if it wasn't for me seeing this lack, I would have never remembered about this tactic. There's so many things that guys teach that women just don't get a privilege to learn, because women don't think the way guys think. Guys think, you know, they just think differently. Like you know, like seducing women is something that only guys will fucking think about. You know, like you know, like this is something that only guys will think about and take the time to understand. You know, let me see. There's more stuff, because look, this is stuff that I'm gonna be applying, man. This is the thing. You just have to intentionally make it hard on them. For example, if you think that, at least in the beginning, create obstacles in the beginning. At least bring up objections why this wouldn't work out. For example, let's say that he has let's say that he is I don't know. Let's say that he is fucking. Let's say that he plays basketball, right? Let's say he plays basketball. He's like, oh, you play basketball? I hate basketball players, man. Why you hate? Well, why you hate basketball? Well, you know, I dated a basketball player before, man. We never got along. That's why I always say I've never dated a basketball player. Yeah, I don't know. You might be like him, man. You might be his friend. You might be his twin. Right? And so you make the guy say, no, I'm different. I am this. I am that. I am this. I am that. You see what I'm saying? You make the person defend themselves. You accuse them of something, and you make them defend themselves. The act of defending themselves makes them qualify themselves to you. It makes them seek for your validation and stuff like that. I'm telling you, man, this is powerful stuff. What about online dating? I'm a guy. I don't know how to get guys with online dating. Well, online dating, the tip is take your time with responding. Don't respond too fast. Unless it's me. Don't play those games. Let me see. So yeah, people, this is stuff like that. This is actually stuff that I teach in my course, the psychological game of attraction. I don't know if some of you guys have purchased it yet, but if you guys haven't, check it out, man. It's a pretty dope course, man. I teach you guys how to get guys and how to get the good stuff. And if you guys want if you guys want to get coached by me individually, man, this is only today, man. I'm telling you, only today, 24 hours only, man. You guys can get coached by me by $50 for 15 minutes. And you guys can talk to me anytime you guys want to, either tomorrow, next week, whichever time is available for you. Is my course a book? No, it's not a book. It's a course. It's a course, and it's made in a systematic way where You read it and you know where you are. I mean, you watch the video and I tell you, look, this video is for this situation, but not this situation. So you're watching the video and you'll know exactly if it's applicable or not. But it has clear instructions with alternatives, like saying if this doesn't work, try this. But if this happens, do that. If this happens, do this. If this happens, do that. So it's kind of like, it's very dynamic. It has like almost a life of its own. It's a beautiful thing. I like it a lot. It's a beautiful thing. Let me see. How much does it cost? Right now, it's two payments of $49.99. I have 2 payments of that. So you guys could purchase it for 2 payments. Or you guys can use the. Let me see. 1 second. Because I have 2 different ways. Un momento, por favor. I'm seeing the different prices that I have. Market. Sorry, people. Give me 1 second. Hey, why is the internet acting slow right now? Sorry, guys. Surprised you guys are still here. This is dope. Shout out to those who still here. Shout out. Yo, what the fuck, man? Why is this acting slow? Okay. You guys can use a coupon code POPPY for $25 off of the course. You guys can use that code POPPY. You guys can check out my course. It'll go from $70. It'll go from $99 to $25 off. I don't know what the hell that is. $74. Yeah, I think so. Why not just $50? Because it's not. Right? Why not just $2? Right? What the fuck? Let's keep going. Let's take it. Let's crash that Let's crash that airplane. Let's keep going all the way down to 1. Man. That's the reason, man. I'm reading the comments right now. But yeah, man, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm scratching everything off right now. Every girl that I talk to, I'm deleting their numbers. I'm starting all over again. I'm starting completely all over again. Absolutely all over again. Every girl that I've ever talked to, I'm deleting. Because it's just that it was fun. I mean, it was fun the last how do we pay? You guys, well, for the coaching, you guys can click on it or you guys can Venmo me. Let me show you my Venmo. If you guys Venmo me right now, we could definitely start a session. Let me see if you guys can see it right here. 1 second. Lex Perez. Yeah, that's if you guys are interested in that. Ooh, I got a message. 1 second. One second. Yeah, I mean, because it's the thing, man. Like when things are not working the way you want them to, you have to do an inventory and explore what you're doing wrong. You just have to make that inventory. Because if you don't make that inventory, man, like you're just gonna, like you're always gonna be running around and doing the same shit. You're gonna be running around doing the same shit, and you're not gonna get the results you want. And so what can you do? 1 second, people. Checking this out. I was supposed to get a message from somebody. Sorry, guys. And again, man, like anytime you feel like you're chasing, you're doing something wrong. You just are, and I'm speaking from my own experience. You just are. Yeah, if you're noticing that you're doing all of the planning, you're doing something wrong. There is something that you're doing, and if you don't see it, keep searching. If you don't see it, keep searching. Go at the emotion. Notice what that emotion is making you do. And noticing how that emotion is affecting all of the other behaviors, because if you're not objective about how if you're not objective about how you about your dating life, and looking at it from a pragmatic perspective, like looking at it from a perspective of I'm doing this and doing that and getting this result, like looking at your results based on your actions rather than your character, and rather than who you are at your being, you can learn from that, you know. But if you're always looking at it as a almost like a, how can I say this, almost like a reflection of who you are, then changing and improving on it will feel like will feel like death on the inside, because you're identifying with a role that's not you. You see what I'm saying? And so when you do that, it adds extra layers, and it makes it a lot more difficult for you to look at yourself in an honest way without having blind spots. You know, so you think that people don't like you because they're assholes, but in reality, they don't like you because you're just being too available. You're being too needy. You see what I'm saying? One second, I'm getting a text message. You know, and okay. Sorry, I don't do this on when I'm on a coaching call. Don't worry about that. Oh, guy's on his phone. What an asshole. So yeah, man. You know, and the thing is that a lot of people, they don't do this, where they see something that's dissatisfying in their life, and they don't do nothing about it. You know, and so you should always, anytime you're going through a struggle, you should find someone who overcame that struggle and learn what they did, because you're gonna go far with that, because you're gonna find challenges. And if your automatic reaction to challenges is studying people who successfully overcame it and modeling them, if that's your first reaction, you're gonna succeed in it, you know. And so if you keep finding yourself in those same relationships where you're always doing the chasing, where you're always doing all the talking, all the everything, you got to be willing to lose some people. You know, you have to be willing to lose. Hey, thank you, Royal God Tears, for the $10. I appreciate it, man. You have to be willing to lose people, man. You have to be willing to walk away. You know, and right now, assess the relationships you have in your life, and if if you're getting something out of it, then stay. And if you're not, then you got to end those kind of things. You know, it's like, for example, right now, noticing, thinking, realizing the things I'm realizing, there's some things that I just cannot accept anymore. And one of the things is me making all the plans. That's unacceptable. It's just absolutely unacceptable. And so if I'm noticing I'm doing that with somebody, I'm gonna stop with them. And if not, and I've never heard from them again, it's over. You know, like you have to think that way, because only those who really want you, only those who were playing games, but in reality they were weak inside and they wanted you, will come back. But those who were really disinterested and you just weren't getting the hint, they will leave you, and your life will become automatically more positive. When you read people that don't want to be around you and you read them properly, you'll let them go, and your life will be much more positive. And that neediness that you get from pursuing a relationship that's not good for you will not haunt and destroy your other relationships. You know? So that's, yeah, you know, that's pretty much how the cookie crumbles. Man, long video today. Holy shit. It's a long ass video, not gonna lie. One second. All right, I gotta get my dirty stuff right now. I gotta get my laundry. See you guys later. Wait, let me text that one. Un momento. I'm like on my phone. All right. Yo, bye bye, man. Actually, let me stay here. If you guys, I just need to. I'm reading over. Let's see. What time was it? Oh, fuck. All right. I'm out. Bye-bye.